Yo, welcome back to the Straight to the Point podcast, y'all. I am back in the building, okay? I know I've been out for a little bit, dealt with a little sickness here, went back home to see the family, and other than that, I was just trying to take a little break from the whole podcast thing, but I am back and I am better, okay? I will be here for the rest of the stretch of the season for sure, and we'll get into that part of the season where it's starting to get important. Playoff pictures are starting to be shown, and teams will have to win now if they want to get in, aka the Steelers. But today we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna talk about my best five plays from week 8 and week 9 since I missed it. And then we're gonna talk about the best games from this weekend. There was a couple of solid games. And then of course we're gonna talk about the Frank Wright fire. And I wasn't here for that. I didn't have an episode talking about Jeff Saturday getting a job at Indianapolis, okay, but that's what I'm gonna cover today. But as always, I gotta start off by saying God is good, and I want to thank Him for waking me up this morning, and allowing me to talk about sports, which is something that I love to do, and without Him, I would not be here right now. Okay, so I told y'all I missed the best plays of week 8 and week 9, so I'm gonna put them both on this episode. So I do got a treat for y'all as always. There's gotta be an honorable mention. So these are the best 5 plays of week 8 plus the honorable mention. The honorable mention for week 8 went to DeAndre Hopkins, still showing why he has the best hands in the business. Look at this one hand grab. These are the plays that he's been making since he came back from his suspension, and these are plays that he's going to continue to make. Okay, he even came out and said that y'all thought I was washed just because I'm 30 years old. He is going out to prove a statement, and making plays like this just shows us that he is still atop of the best receivers in the game today. Now to the best 5 plays of week 8, I gotta go with PJ Walker and DJ Moore. First of all, this is the best throw I've seen this year, hands down, no questions asked, and it's from PJ Walker, right? But look at this throw. Look at where he places the ball. Look at the time left on the clock. Look at everything, the scenario, the situation, the catch, the throw. It was just a great play that had to be in my best 5 plays. PJ Walker is not a top 10, not even a top 20, maybe not even top 30 quarterback in the league. But if you can go out there and make these plays, you belong on the NFL football field, okay? So great throw by PJ Walker and great catch by DJ Moore to tie the game at the end of the game. And then I will play 4. I got to go with Tony Pollard, okay? His big playability is what makes this Cowboys offense kind of scary, okay? He can do things that Zeke cannot. Zeke does not have the breakaway speed that Tony Pollard has. Of course, he breaks a couple tackles on this play, which Zeke can do. But can Zeke get up and down the field like Tony? I don't think so. I think Zeke's best days are behind him. And I think Tony Pollard is y'all's next big thing for the backfield. I think they should not even be splitting carries. I think Tony Pollard should be y'all lead back. Either trade Zeke or just reduce his role. But I think Tony Pollard is what's best for Dallas right now because of his big play ability. Okay, play number 3, I gotta go with Scary Terry McLaurin. Look at how he goes up and grabs his ball. This is how you make your quarterback look good. Okay, Taylor Heinicke is not a great quarterback. We all know that. But when he puts the ball in the air, it's the receiver's job to go up and grab it. Okay, so great catch by Scary Terry, which led to the game-winning touchdown. On that same drive, Taylor Heinicke then ran a QB sneak to score. So great job by Scary Terry putting them in position to score and win that game. Okay, great catch, and making your quarterback look good is what elite receivers have to do. And Terry McLaurin's actually having a good year this year, but of course it's overlooked because he plays for the Commanders. All right. Play number 2, the best 5 plays. I gotta go with Christian McCaffrey, and not just the throw, not just the play call, but I gotta go with look who did it. Okay, it's a running back. A running back threw this ball better than Jimmy G would have, I believe. Okay, first of all, I give credit to Kyle Shanahan for the play call. You send your running back in motion, you throw it to him, you make everyone bite down. You gotta respect Christian McCaffrey. So the whole defense is looking at him, not worried about anything else. They think it's a swing pass, and that's it. But Christian McCaffrey stops and pops it over their head to Brandon Ayuk for the touchdown. And it was a great pass, great play design. If you watch Brandon Ayuk, this was so special about the play. Brandon Ayuk went up, faked the block, and then ran right past him. So as a DB, if I see you run right past me, you barely blocked me, I would think that, okay, he got to be running a route. But that's a great play design by Kyle Shanahan, great execution by Christian McCaffrey, great throw, perfect throw. And this is what I meant by the 49ers are even scarier with Christian McCaffrey, because you have Kyle Shanahan, who's a great offensive mind, with a great weapon now at running back with Christian McCaffrey. So great throw. Number 1 for week 8, I had to go with Romeo Dobbs. Y'all, I told y'all Christian Watson, Romeo Dobbs, one of them got to step up and make plays for Aaron Rodgers. And that week, in week 8, we saw Romeo Dobbs make a great catch. Well, it used to be one of the catch of the year candidates until, of course, this past weekend from Justin Jefferson. But look, he went up and grabbed it. Actually, he didn't go up and grab the ball, but it was a great catch. Okay, got the feet in bounds, making your quarterback look good. But Aaron Rodgers did put it in a great spot. But guess what? You got to go make plays for Aaron Rodgers. All right, so that was a great catch from him in prime time against the Bills. Great catch, and that's hopefully a sign of things to come from Romeo Dobbs. So great catch. All right, now the best 5 plays of week 9, of course, as always, the honorable mention got to go to Okonkwo, tight end for the Titans. Okay, make it simple, throw a little short pass from Malik Willis to the tight end, but look at this run. This gives me an Earl Campbell / Jerome Bettis kind of feel to it. Look at all the tackles he broke, and he kept running. These are the kind of plays that the Titans have to make. This is the identity of the Titans. The Titans is an aggressive football team that's going to come out and punch you in the mouth. And that's the only way they're going to be able to win games. The running game with Derrick Henry, and then this physicality of the whole entire offense. So great run right there by Okonkwo. Can't pronounce his first name, but I got the last name, Okonkwo. All right, next for the best 5 plays of week 9, number 5, we got to go with Khalil Mack, the strip. Okay, look. This is a game changing play. Honestly, it's 10-14. It could end up being 14-17. Right? It could go up by 3. But great job by Khalil Mack stripping this ball, ending the drive. Drake London, you got to hang on to it. But that was a great play by Khalil Mack. Great heads up play by a top defender in the league. Still this year, he's showing he still got it. People thought he lost it a little bit, but plays like this are reminding us why Khalil Mack is still a great defensive player in this league. So great job, Khalil. But number 4, I got to go with Darnell Mooney. Look at the catch, the body control. It was just a great play all the way around, okay? This is hopefully, like I said, a sign of things to come. Like I said earlier, Justin Fields is their guy, I believe, and Darnell Mooney got to be one of their guys at receiver. And plays like this can be made weekly by Darnell Mooney. He has the body control. He has the hands. He has the skill, okay? Justin Fields put in a great spot. Great catch. Great job by Darnell Mooney. Number 3, I got to go with Cordell Patterson. Look at the anger in this run. Cordell Patterson used to be a kick returner. If people don't remember, back in Minnesota, he used to be one of the best kick returners we ever seen. Then he kind of turned to a receiver, and then he went to running back. So you thinking that, okay, kick returner, you a fast dude, you kind of shifty. No, Cordell Patterson will put his shoulder down and run you over. And that was a linebacker, okay? So Cordell Patterson's having a very underrated season this year. I think he's one of the most underrated players in the league. We talk about Deebo Samuel all the time, but Cordell Patterson gives me that same feel. He can be a receiver, he can be a running back, and he can make plays like this and get in the end zone for an Atlanta offense that is pretty much one-dimensional. So great run, great angry run by Cordell Patterson. Number 2, Justin Jefferson, okay? He will be in the best 5 plays of week 10, but for week 9, he was number 2, okay? And let me tell you something. This catch, it's a great catch because look how he got the feet down. Okay, not just the catch, but he had to get the feet down. He's making plays for Kirk Cousins. People don't have faith in Kirk Cousins, right? But Kirk Cousins has a weapon that he can throw it up, and they will go and get it. Regardless of where the ball is, they will go up and make a play. Justin Jefferson, to me, a top 2 receiver in this league, making plays like this almost every single week. So great job, Justin Jefferson. Number 1. Gotta go with Justin Fields. Y'all, Justin Fields has been going crazy over the past couple of weeks, breaking off huge runs just like this one. This was a 61-yard touchdown. This was the longest by a Bears QB in franchise history. But in this game, he also had 123 passing yards. He also had 3 passing touchdowns, 15 carries for 178 rushing yards. That was a quarterback NFL record, y'all. This guy, I told y'all this year, he's not here to win games this year. This year, he's here to just show people that he is the franchise quarterback for the Bears, and I'm starting to believe, okay, for the past 3 weeks, he's been putting on a show. He's been, like I said, just making plays. Chill out. It's not wins and losses are not a concern right now. So people saying that the Bears still suck, I don't care about that. If y'all go back to my first episode, when I made my pyramid, I said, look, Justin Fields just showed that you belong here this year. And he has been by making plays like this, all right? So that is it. That is my best 5 plays for week 8 and week 9. Best 5 plays for week 10 will be on Friday, y'all. But while we're talking about Justin Fields, let's go ahead and let's just nail the hatchet or something. I'm getting tired of sports media, okay? it's really starting to get under my skin because Justin Fields in the first 3-4 weeks, I remember they was making fun of him because whenever you went to go bet, like how you go bet stats, right? When you go bet, they had Justin Fields like at 125 yards. Like you had to bet money that he'll get 125. That's basically that's how low they set the bar for Justin Fields. That's how made fun of he was. That's how much they looked at him, how much they disrespected him. I'm sorry. And it was almost saying he was a bust. They was saying he was an embarrassment. And now all of a sudden he has 3 good weeks. And now I'm seeing headlines on SportsCenter saying, is he a top 5 playmaker in the league? Like, I don't respect it because if you wasn't with him the first 5 weeks, don't be with him now. Okay, it's all about trends in this sport, man. That's what it kind of gets under my skin. In this podcast, for sure, I'm not a trend kind of guy. Okay, Aaron Rodgers been playing bad this whole year, but what I kept saying, he's a bad man. I kept saying he is that guy. What did SportsCenter say? What did Undisputed say? What did everybody else say? It said he's washed. It's over with. They're a bad team. But I'm sitting here telling you that history tells itself. I cannot count you out after the first 8 weeks of the season if you're Aaron Rodgers. Like, come on now. So same thing with Justin Fields, man. People wasn't on his side. Now they on his side, and I just don't respect it. If you wasn't with him from the start, don't be with him now. And if you was with him from the start, or like me, you just said, look, go prove yourself. Like, I'm not saying you're bad, I'm not saying you're good, just go prove yourself, then I respect it. But the trends, guys, it got to stop. Another trend that made me mad, Lamar Jackson. Okay, Lamar Jackson came into this year hot. Like, first 3 weeks, I believe he was hot. And I couldn't tell nobody nothing because he was just doing this thing. Then the next 3 weeks is when I started talking about him not finishing games, not closing out games. And guess what? The Lamar fans got quiet because it was true. Then he comes back, has a couple of good games, he gets a couple bad teams, and now all of a sudden he's top 5 again. He's in the MVP race, best QB in the league. Like, come on, let's stay consistent, okay? Let's have a full year of good QB play before I say you top 5 or anything in that regard, all right? So that's just how I feel. That was just a little mini rant, okay, before I get into the rest of the episode. But real quick, let's talk about Frank Wright, okay? I think the Colts did Frank Wright so dirty, okay? I don't think he should have been fired. I think this year was a bad year, right? There was 3-5-1 whenever he got fired. And I feel like Frank Wright really threw in the towel for this season when he sat down Matt Ryan and put Sam Ehlinger from the quarterback from Texas. Okay, I believe it's his second year in the league. I believe he might be a rookie. Or he might be this is second year in the league. But he's trying to see if this is my franchise quarterback going forward. That's why you take out Matt Ryan. Take out Matt Ryan and you say, okay, this season's over with. I don't think we're going to do nothing this year. So let me put this young quarterback in there and see if he's our answer. If not, then we're going to get a quarterback next year. I think that when he did that, you have to give him some slack now. Okay, you know the record going to be bad because we're testing out this young QB. He's not going to just go in there and start playing like Mahomes, right? We got to develop him, let him grow. But then as an organization, you said, look, you got to go. When I don't think he was the problem, okay? I think in his career, he was 40-33. So that's not bad. That's a winning record as a coach. And things have not been the same since Andrew Luck left the Colts. If y'all realize that. Since Andrew Luck left, they haven't had a stable quarterback. They've been having like patches, things they can kind of throw in there for 1 or 2 years, and then they go find another one. So it was Phillip Rivers. It was before Phillip Rivers, it was like Jacoby Brissett and Brian Hoyer. Then Phillip Rivers, then Carson Wentz, then Matt Ryan. So they never found a quarterback. They've been trying to just kind of cover up the wound until the next season. You know what I'm saying? So I think that the organization, the GM, did him a disservice by not getting him a quarterback. And now he don't have a quarterback, so now he's trying to see if he has one in Sam Ehlinger, and then he's going to fire the man. So I think that was a bad move by the team. I do think that he will have a offensive coordinator job next year, if not a head coaching job next year for sure, because I respect Frank Wright as a coach. And the Colts has always been one of those teams that you don't look past. They've always been good in the previous couple of years. So I think that he would definitely get a job next year. I'm hoping he can come to Pittsburgh, wear the black and yellow, and be our OC. That's what I'm praying and crossing my fingers for. But we will see. But then they went and they hired Jeff Saturday. And as y'all know, Jeff Saturday he was an anchor on ESPN. He was one of the sports analysts on ESPN. So how you go and grab somebody off the streets to come and be your interim head coach whenever you had head coaches already in your locker room? So their defensive coordinator, Gus Bradley, for sure, he was a head coach in previous years, I think with Jacksonville. So You went ahead and you look past that, and you went and grabbed Jeff Saturday off the streets. Now they say that the owner for the Colts and Jeff Saturday have a good relationship, but I just don't like the hire. I don't see why you did it. I don't see how it was fair to the coaches that's already on your staff. But Jeff Saturday did play with the Colts for a long time. He was a center for them. Played with Peyton Manning when they was winning in the glory days. But this is the first time an interim head coach has come from the outside organization with no experience since 1961. This is the first time it happened since 1961, and that was the Vikings' first year as an expansion team. So I think that it was a bad move. Okay, Jeff Saturday did win his first game against the Raiders. He did, but I think it was disrespectful to the coaches already on staff and some of the coaches that's kind of laying around the NFL on the couch. Like, some coaches that don't have a job right now. I think you could have went that direction before you went and just grabbed Jeff Saturday from ESPN. So I mean, hey, he won his first game, so he could be a good coach. I'm not knocking it. I just think the process of hiring a coach was bad by the Colts on their part. So let's go ahead and let's cover. I've got 3 games I want to cover. Let me see. 1, 2. Yes, 3 games I want to cover from this previous weekend, okay? And all 3 of these games, I believe, was great games, and I want to dig deep into it. But first, let's talk about the Packers and the Cowboys, y'all. The Packers and the Cowboys. Packers beat the Cowboys 31-28 in overtime, okay? Dak Prescott was 27-46. He had 265 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, which both led to touchdowns. I will elaborate on that a little bit. But Aaron Rodgers, 14 of 20, 224 yards, 3 touchdowns. He threw the ball 20 times. What have I been telling y'all this whole year? This whole year I've been saying, look, until Aaron Rodgers get chemistry with his receivers, let's run the ball through Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon and let Aaron Rodgers make throws when necessary. Okay, Aaron Rodgers shouldn't go out throwing 30, 40 passes a game. That's not the team this is. This team is a run-first offense that has a quarterback that has the ability to make those throws when they need it. And he did that. He only had 14 completions, but every single one of those completions had a huge impact on the game. I talked about the running game with the Packers. They got to keep running the ball. Aaron Jones had 24 carries, 138 yards, a touchdown. A.J. Dillon had 13 carries, 65 yards. That will work. Well, no matter who you go against, if you have rushing numbers like that, you can beat anybody in this league. Okay, but not to discredit Tony Pollard, though. Tony Pollard, running back for the Cowboys, had 22 carries, 115 yards, and a touchdown. So you would think 115 yards, we got to win that game, right? That's what you would think. That's from one player alone, right? But then I look deeper, and before I get to Dak Prescott, sorry. Christian Watson, okay, this was his coming out party. I told y'all, Romeo Doubs and Christian Watson, one of them got to step up and make plays for this team. Okay, you got Alan Lazard, who is pretty good, but they need another receiver to step up. It's not going to be Sammy Watkins. He will step up when necessary, but you need a young stud to come out there and own the field. And that's what Christian Watson did. Christian Watson did it on the biggest stage against America's team. So Christian Watson, now expectations are very high for you. Earlier this year, he had a wide open touchdown. He dropped it against the Vikings, week 1. He hasn't been the same since. And then he dropped the first 2 throws in this game. The first 2 times the ball was thrown to him in this game, he dropped both of them. But then he got it together, and he went out there and had 4 catches, 107 yards, and 3 touchdowns. So with that being said, Christian Watson, I think he is the next big thing in Green Bay. Okay, CeeDee Lamb had 11 catches, 150 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Hey, all credit goes to CeeDee Lamb in this game. I've been telling y'all that he's not a number 1 receiver, but this game he showed number 1 receiver ability. That's all I wanted to see. I just wanted proof that you are somewhat of a number 1 receiver. This is his first 100-yard game of the year, so this game showed me that he has the ability. Now, can he do it consistently? I don't know, but I think it has a lot to do with who is under center, okay? Dak Prescott, y'all. I got to talk about Dak Prescott. I keep telling y'all, he is not that guy. He is not a guy that I fear. He's not a guy that, when it went to overtime, right, when he got the ball, I said, oh, I'm not worried about it. They're going to get the ball right back to the Packers. I'm just not scared of Dak. Like, if that was Joe Burrow, if that was Justin Herbert, if that was Mahomes, Josh Allen, Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, I'm like, man, they won the coin toss. It's over with. But it's Dak Prescott, y'all. And I'm trying to, and whenever Cooper Rush was in there, and Cooper Rush lost that game to the Eagles, and y'all came out and said, oh, when Dak come back, he gonna save us. When Dak come back, no, he's not that kind of quarterback to come and carry a team. I've been trying to tell y'all this since day one, and this game showed it. So the Cowboys went out and scored in the second quarter, 0-0 first quarter. Second quarter, Cowboys scored. Aaron Rodgers fumbles. Okay, the defense, that D line, they got pressure, they got a sack. DeMarcus Lawrence forced the fumble. Dak has the ball inside the 20, I believe on the 17-yard line, somewhere around there. Dak threw an interception. Okay, and it was actually on the 11-yard line. Dak throws a pick. I'm like, okay. Then Dak throws another pick, back to back, ends up going 14-7. So Dak is throwing the game away, but then he came back, had a pretty good second quarter, had a pretty good third quarter, sorry. And it was 28-14 going to the fourth. So Dak threw 2 touchdowns in the third quarter, I believe, and it ended up being 28-14. This is Dak Prescott's fourth quarter and overtime stats. This is why I tell y'all he's not that guy. Simple as that. I can't lie. He went 6 for 14 in the fourth quarter and in overtime for 58 total yards. Think about that. You are the franchise quarterback. You are this top 10 quarterback everybody talks about. But you went 6 for 14 in the fourth quarter and overtime with 58 total yards. And your team is up by 14. Like, you got to be able to close these games out. This is what I was getting on Lamar about. This is the same thing I'm about to get on Dak about. You got to be able to close these games if you are that guy. Because Aaron Rodgers, who is that guy, who I've been telling y'all, he is still that guy. No matter how bad the team looked up till now, he is still Aaron freaking Rodgers. Okay, Aaron Rodgers went 7 of 9. 2 touchdowns, 102 yards in the fourth quarter and overtime. That is what you call a top 5 quarterback. That is what you call a back-to-back MVP. This is why he's still the best quarterback in the league, because he does things like this when it's needed. Yes, he had a bad game against the Lions. Yes, he had bad games throughout this year. But I'm telling y'all, when they need him most, he will come in and make plays against the Cowboys' best defense in the league, right? Best defense. You can't hold them down when you're up 28-14. You can't stop them from scoring. Or Dak Prescott, you can't go out there and score. So this team, y'all keep telling me, is defense led, right? The defense is the best part of this Dallas team. Well, you let Aaron Rodgers go score 14 points, 17 points in the fourth quarter and overtime. So which one is it? Is Aaron Rodgers that great, or is this defense not that good? It's one or the other. Y'all gotta tell me. And then, or is it Dak Prescott is not that good? Because like I said, Dak basically choked the game away. And Dak Prescott, guess what? There's no excuses, because the Packers was missing Eric Stokes, their second best corner, Devondre Campbell, their best middle linebacker, and Rashawn Gary, one of their best edge rushers. So they was missing those 3 players this game, and you wet the bed. It's simple as that. And since 2011, listen to this stat, y'all. Since 2011, Dak Prescott has the second worst QBR on third and fourth down, behind guess who? Tim Tebow. That is bad. That is embarrassing. This is the quarterback for America's team. Y'all keep telling me top 10, but your second worst QBR on third and fourth down since 2011, only behind Tim Tebow. That is bad. This is why I told y'all, do not get so excited that he's coming back, because he's not that kind of quarterback that can go out there and win y'all games, okay? He was 4 for 12 on third and fourth down. That is bad. It is bad. And then we got to overtime, and Cowboys won the toss. Like I said, I'm not worried about it. It's Dak Prescott. They'll get the ball back. They drove down the field. It was third and 3 and fourth and 3. 3rd and 3 threw the ball, incomplete pass. 4th and 3. Mike McCarthy said, guess what? We're going for it. Okay, we're going for it. It's my homecoming back to Lambeau, blah, blah, blah. We're going for it. Whenever they said they was going for it on 4th and 3, I knew the game was over, because Dak Prescott does not make plays in the biggest moments of the biggest games. Okay, this was a game to put the Packers away. If the Packers lost this game, it would have been like mathematically impossible for them to make the playoffs. Okay, but they went, and Dak Prescott gagged, wet the bed, and on 4th and 3 could not make a play. I knew it was over. As soon as they said we're going for it, I said, well, Packers won this game, because Aaron Rodgers is going to do Aaron Rodgers things. Aaron Rodgers is going to do what top 5 quarterbacks do. He's going to drive down the field, get us in field goal range, kick the field goal, let's go home. So moral of the story is, Aaron Rodgers is still a bad man. And I've been on the Aaron Rodgers train this whole year, through up and through down. But y'all been telling me the Packers are done. The Packers, no, they are not, okay? They are just as alive as anybody else because of that man, number 12. All he needed was somebody to step up at receiver. The game that Christian Watson goes crazy, the game they win, because somebody just got to step up and give him something to play with, right? You can't go out there and throw the ball to yourself. You got to have somebody that can go out there and make plays for you, that can go out there and get open. And Christian Watson did a great job of doing that in this game, and that's why they won. So great job, Aaron Rodgers. Great job, Christian Watson. Bad job by Dak Prescott. And I'm trying to tell you, Dak Prescott going against Minnesota this coming week, I'm predicting a loss. And then next week on Thanksgiving, playing the Giants, I'm predicting another loss. Dak Prescott is going to throw this season away like I predicted he would whenever he came back, and y'all was so happy for his return. But y'all will be very disappointed, all right? His next game I'm going over is the Vikings and the Bills, okay? This was a great game. The Vikings did end up winning this game 33-30, okay, in overtime due to circumstance, okay? I'm talking about it in a second, but Josh Allen went 29 of 43. He had 330 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 crucial interceptions, okay, both in the red zone. When they was trying to score, he had 6 rushes for 84 yards. Kirk Cousins was 30 for 50, 357 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions, okay? I'm gonna praise Kirk Cousins first before I say that this game was basically a bailout. Okay, I'm gonna praise him first. What I love about Kirk Cousins is you have Justin Jefferson, right? Who is that guy? He is the top 2 receiver in the league behind Devontae Adams, in my opinion. He threw it to 6 different people. So he's spreading the ball around. He's spreading the wealth. That's what I like about Kirk Cousins. Justin Jefferson had 10 catches. Adam Thielen had 5 catches. T.J. Hockenson had 7 catches. K.J. Osborne had 4 catches. Dalvin Cook had 3 catches, okay? He's spreading the ball around, and that's what kind of makes this offense hard to guard because, of course, you're worried about Justin Jefferson, but when he gets everyone else involved, you can't just pin your ears back and worry about Justin Jefferson. That's not how that works. You got to account for everyone. And then when you have Dalvin Cook, who had 14 carries for 119 yards and 1 touchdown, a big touchdown, it makes this offense almost unpredictable because it's very well balanced, okay? Justin Jefferson had 10 catches, 193 yards, and a touchdown. And then Stephon Diggs had 12 catches, 128 yards, all right? So the Vikings beat the Bills, but I can't give you full credit whenever they gave you the answers for the test, if that makes sense. I can't give this team full credit for the win whenever the other team basically handed it to them. With that being said, the Bills was up. What we're looking at? It was like 30-20, 30-23, something like that. I didn't get the numbers, but whenever y'all saw Josh Allen fumbled in the end zone, no, I'm sorry. So it was 30. Y'all, I'm tripping. It was 30-17, I believe. 30-17. Ooh-wee. This ain't looking good. Look, the moral story is, okay, the Bills was up. All they had to do was snap the ball and just get out the end zone. Okay, y'all watched the game. The Vikings had the ball on the goal line, and then they ended up getting stopped, doing 4 and out on the goal line. And then the Bills had the ball, and the Bills was trying to get the ball out the end zone. Okay, you take a knee, it'll be a safety, right? You don't want to give him a safety. You just want to get out the end zone. Josh Allen fumbled the snap. All right, so this isn't a situation where Josh Allen trying to go and break the tie. Right, he's trying to drive down the field and y'all strip the ball from him. No, this is not a situation where he's trying to go and win the game. Y'all strip the ball from him. No, he fumbled the snap. This is literally the number one job that a quarterback has to do every play is get the snap. Okay, he's talking from a former quarterback. Get the snap. That's the easiest part of your job. Get the snap and then run the play. You messed up the easiest part in the most important, crucial time of the game, okay? The Vikings didn't force this fumble. Josh Allen gave y'all this ball. And not only did he give y'all the ball, but y'all recovered in the end zone, which led to a touchdown. So now all y'all needed was a field goal to go into overtime. Like that's just like, hey, actually, I'm sorry, y'all went up. So when y'all scored, y'all ended up going up. And then Josh Allen got the ball, drove down, kicked the field goal. So that's how it happened. But Josh Allen gave y'all this game. This is why I can't give the Vikings that much credit. And then if you look at the Vikings schedule, who they've beaten, they haven't really beaten any credible teams. The team they went against, the Eagles, they went against the Eagles, right? They got their head bashed in. Then they went against the Bills, and the Bills gave them this ball game. So yes, you won the game of the year, hands down, no questions asked. But I cannot give you full credit because Josh Allen handed y'all. The game was over. Josh Allen snaps the ball, gets out the end zone. The game is over. But he literally put the ball on the ground in the end zone. Y'all recover. Y'all had to recover and run. Y'all just fell on top of it and scored. Like that is just the craziest ending to a game that I've seen in a long time. Okay, so Vikings, y'all do play the Cowboys this coming week. Win that game and will. Actually, I'm not even a believer in Dak Prescott, so I can't even give y'all credit for that win. Vikings, y'all record is good, but am I a believer in Kirk Cousins? I'm just not. Okay, I'm not a believer in this team. Not a believer in Kirk Cousins. No shade to the Viking fans out there. I like Justin Jefferson. I like Dalvin Cook. I just don't believe in Kirk Cousins. And Kirk Cousins' 2 interceptions this game was terrible passes. They was passing straight to the defense. So hopefully that's not a sign of things to come. But I do think that the Vikings, y'all got this win. Hats off to you. Y'all won game of the year. But the way y'all won this game, I just can't respect it because Josh Allen really gave y'all this win. All right, so now real quick, okay, let's go to the Commanders and the Eagles. I know I'm running over time, but I'm gonna go ahead and get this one done. The Washington Commanders, okay, they beat the Eagles. They ended the streak 32-20. Well, really it was 26-21, okay. I'm not counting that last touchdown at the end, okay, but Philly went up. I remember the first drive of the game, I believe, Taylor Heineke fumbled. And I looked at my roommate and I said, look, the game is over. Okay, it's over with. Turn the game off. The Eagles won. The Eagles ended up going up 14-7 in the first quarter. From the second quarter to the fourth quarter, the Commanders outscored them 25-7. And that's including the last second touchdown. But really, it was 19-7. That's how they outscored them for the rest of the game, okay? Maybe the Commanders gave everyone the recipe for success against the Eagles, okay? Because what they did was they ran the ball 49 times. They only threw the ball 29 times. Now, that could be because Taylor Heineke is your quarterback. You don't want to put him in harm's way. You don't want to put the game in his hands. I got you. But when you're playing the Eagles, what the Eagles do well is they run the ball really well. So when they get the lead, they haven't trailed in the second half all year. So when they get a lead, they can run the clock out. They can just run down your throat, right, and just get down the field and not let you get the ball back. But when you flip the script, right, and you run the ball 49 times to only 29 passes, and then you win time of possession, they won time of possession 40 minutes and 24 seconds to Philadelphia's 19 minutes. Like you dominated time of possession, and you ran the ball so many times. So they converted so many third downs, y'all. And the third down conversions, they was 12 for 18. That was before, if y'all watched, there was a pass interference call whenever they converted the third down. So they went back to third and 19, and then they ended up finishing the game 12 for 21. But they got 12 first downs on third down. Okay, fourth down they went 1 for 1. But the Eagles also helped them out because the Eagles gave them 4 first downs with penalties. Okay, so penalties led to 4 of their first downs. But the Commanders controlled the game on the ground. They controlled the clock. And then on top of that, the Eagles was penalizing them, which gave them extra yardage. So this game was won in a very unique way. Okay, like I said, the Commanders ran the ball 49 times for 152 yards. Okay, they dominated the ground. And then the Commanders 49 times, 152 yards, had 3.1 yards per rush. So that's not even great, 3.1 yards. But when you run it so many times, the clock is just running and running and running. And then that puts Philly in a bad situation because they can't get the ball. And then on top of that, Philadelphia turned the ball over 4 times. One of the best things about the Eagles when they went on that winning streak was they was not turning the ball over. They had 3 turnovers in the first 8 games combined. So in every single game this year, prior to last night, they had 3 turnovers. But then last night they had 4 turnovers. So a team that lead the league in the amount of times they turn over, like the less amount of times they turn the ball over, they turned it over more times than they did a whole year last night. So that's also what led to them losing that game. And then of course, if y'all watched it at the end, it was 21. It was 21-26. And Taylor Heineke on third down snapped the ball. It was a pass to try and get the first down. He took a knee, right? Because he didn't want to go out of bounds, stop the clock. He wanted the clock to keep running. He took a knee, and Brandon Graham, a veteran linebacker for the Eagles, came and hit him anyways. Like, that's just dumb football. And this is one thing that kind of ticks me off in the NFL, even in college. Like, when the quarterback slides, or when a quarterback, for the example, in this play, when he took that knee, like, what are you gaining from going to even hit the person? Like just stop. Just touch him. Don't even dive at him. Like, it's so stupid. Even in, like I said, when quarterbacks slide, when they're running, people still be diving at him. Like, for what? He's giving himself up. It's over with. I think they should be penalized every single time you touch a quarterback when he slides. Simple as that, because there's no reason to touch him. I don't care about momentum. You can stop yourself from touching him. But in this play right here, he took a knee down, so he's down, and you still came and you hit him. So I remember Troy Aikman said at the end of the game, he said, this was a bad way to end the game because that won the game for the Commanders. But at the same time, you can't be stupid, right? Unnecessary roughness is unnecessary roughness. It's an unnecessary play that did not have to be done. But you did it. You lost the game. It's simple as that. The Eagles' winning streak is over. And look, the Commanders are not as bad as we think. I believe they lost all but 2 games by 1 possession. So the Commanders are not that bad, and when Carson Wentz come back from this injury, I bet you Taylor Heineke gonna keep the job. Taylor Heineke should start the rest of the year because he gives them the best chance to win. And when Chase Young comes back, along with Jonathan Allen and Deron Payne and Montez Sweat, this D line is going to be disgusting. This is probably the best D line in the league, hands down, when Chase Young comes back. That paired with an offense without Carson Wentz, right? I used to love Carson Wentz, but not no more. Without Carson Wentz, this team can win some games, okay? And the NFC East is starting to get a little tight, if that makes sense. I believe that the Giants have 2 losses, of course. The Eagles have 1. The Cowboys have 3, and then the Commanders have 5, I believe. So they're 5-5. So it's not a big gap right between one and the last position. So this is gonna be interesting to watch the rest of the year to see who comes out of that division. I think it's gonna be the Eagles, but you never know what could happen. Like games like this, right? But it's gonna be interesting to see how that division ends the year. So that is it for today's episode. Y'all, I'm glad that I'm back. Sorry I was out for a little bit, but it's good to be back on the on y'all screen. All right, I want to thank y'all for watching. Continue to spread the word, like, subscribe, and share with y'all's friends. And y'all keep turn notification button on, and so every time I post a video, it can just go straight to your phone and you'll know. All right, but remember, we get to 100 subscribers, I will be adding guests into this show. Okay, I love being solo, but I would not mind bringing somebody on with me. All right, but look, much love to y'all. Y'all stay safe. It's starting to get cold outside, so y'all stay warm. All right, keep God first, and you'll be just fine. Okay, that's all. That's the best advice I can give you in the world today. But much love. I'm out.